Welcome to Brindhavan, a Parthasadi family Samarpanam to our beloved parents, a space for enjoying Vaishnava Sampradaya, slokas, songs, Divya Desa Pasarams, and much more. Namaskaram Uttama Bhagavathas. Today, Bhoothathazhwar Thirunakshatram, Aipasi Avitam. This year it falls on 9th November 2024. Brindhavan takes you on a Divya Darsana Yathra of the Divya Desangal that have been mentioned in Irandam thiruvandhadhi by Bhoothathazhwar. Let's start our journey now. We dedicate this to our parents, Rajalakshmi and Srinivasa Iyengar, and Kamala and Seshadri. Our mission of Brindhavan will focus on 4 pathways to Vaishnava anubhavam: Pasurams and slokas in Santai form, Pasurams and slokas as music, Divya Kshetra Mahimai, and classical art forms. Ramanuja Daya Patram Jnana Vairagya Bhushanam Srimad Venkatanathāryam Mande Vedanta Desikam Sri Sailesa Daya Patram Deepatyadi Gunadhamam Yatindra Pravanam Mande Ramyaja Mataram Munim. Our Dandavat Pranams and Dhanyosmi to Professor Uve Gomatam Seshadri Ramkumar Swamin, Professor Texas Tech University, for inducting us into this Arulichayal Anubhavam. Our sincere Dhanyosmi to Srimati Vijaya Raghavan Mami for having very kindly consented and recited Azhwar Irandam thiruvandhadhi Pasurams, and her beloved grandchildren Kumari Harshini Sudarshan and Sweta Sudarshan, who are in high school and middle school of Columbus, Ohio, for the Kainkaryam of reciting Swami Desikan's Prabandhasaram. The following organizations have provided a wealth of knowledge on the internet for us to enrich and enjoy, some of which have been used here: Vaishnava Sampradayam, Acharya.org, Anidam.org, Prapatti.com, Divya Desams, Vishnu temples, and many others. The first 3 Azhwars, or the Madal Azhwar, Poigi Azhwar, Sarayogi, Kasarayogi, Poige Piran, and Padmamuni, are the other names for Poige Azhwar. Bhoothathazhwar and Pei Azhwar, also known as Mahatazhwar, together are called the Mudal Azhwars because they are the first 3 Azhwars. Bhoothathazhwar is the second of the Mudal Azhwars, the first and third being Poige Azhwar and Pei Azhwar. Bhoothathazhwar was found in the licorice flower, Adimaturam flower, in Thirukadalmallai, the sea coast town of Mamallapuram. He is the Amsam of Perumal's Kaumudiki, Gada or the mace, and he was born, or he took avataram on Aipasi Avitam, next to the Poige Azhwar, who was Aipasi Thiruvana. Now we will see மூன்று அந்தாதியின் பிறப்பு. முதல் திருவந்தாதி, இரண்டாம் திருவந்தாதி, and மூன்றாம் திருவந்தாதி. First, second and third திருவந்தாதி. Andadi means there is the second stanza starts from the last letter of the or the last word of the previous stanza. That is called Andadi. Now you will see how in all the மூன்று திருவந்தாதி are born in Tirukovalur. Tirukovalur, as we know, is Ulagananda Perumal in in South India. Alvar comes to Thirukkovalur and stays in a small hut near the Ulagananda Perumal temple. So that hut is small enough and it can hold one person can lie down there. And it starts raining. Then Bhoothathazhwar comes in to the same hut and they try to squeeze it. Now, when one person can lie down, the space is enough for two people to sit. A little while later, Peyarvar also comes and joins. Now in that little space, all the three of them squeeze themselves. Now there's space enough for them only to stand next to each other. So as they are standing next to each other, they feel as if each one is pushing the other. And it is actually Perumal gives them the darshan. And then they start singing the Moondru Andadi. The first thiruvandhadhi by Alvar starts with Vayyam Tagaliya. The second thiruvandhadhi starts with Anbe Tagaliya. And in the third thiruvandhadhi, Alvar starts singing what he sees. Thirukkandeen Ponmeni Kande. What a beautiful happening. Let us now start with Irandam Thiruvandhadhi by Bhoothathazhwar. The Taniyan has been made by Thirukkuraipiran, and we will now listen to the Taniyan and the first Pasuram by Vijaya Raghavan Mami.
என் பிறவி தீர இறைஞ்சினேன் என் அமுதா அன்பே தகளி அளித்தானை நன்புகழ் சேர் சீதத்தார் முத்துக்கள் சேரும் கடல் மல்லை பூதத்தார் பொன்னங்கழல் அன்பே தகளியா ஆர்வமே நெய்யாக இன்புருகு சிந்தை இடுதிரியா நன்புருகி ஞானச் சுடர் விளக்கேற்றினேன் நாரணர்க்கு ஞானத் தமிழ் புரிந்த நான்.
Bhoothathazhwar now sings with Anbe Tagaliya. I take love as the vessel. And he names Sriman Narayanan as to whom he offers. He says, and the language he is going to offer is Jnana Tamil. So beautiful Tamil songs. He says, I take love as a vessel, zeal as the ghee for the lamp, and divine bliss as a wick, and light this lamp with Jnana Tamil. We will now start our darshanam, Azhwar Kanda Divya Desangal, from Thiruvengadam. Thiruvengadam, Thiruvengadam, Tirupati, Ezhumalayan, Alarmayil Vanga Sameda, Thiruvengadam. I am sure many of us had the bhagyam of the darshanam of this Perumal in Tirumala, Tirupati. Moolavar is Srinivasar Thiruvengadamudyan Eduguntalavada Venkatramana is also known as Govinda, and many other names. Perumal is in Ninda Thirukkolam, Tirumukha Mandalam facing east. Utsavar is Malayappar Kalyana Venkateswarar. The Kalyana Utsavam in this temple is very well known. Tayar, Alarmayil Vangai Tayar, is Tanikoil Nachiyar. She is in Tiruchanur. Perumal is Pratyaksham to Brahma, Rudra, Tondaiman and many rishis. Kulasekar Alvar in his Pasurams has sung that he wants to be born as something in this temple, either in the tank or as a bird or whatever it be. Finally he says, Yedenum Pirappene. In the Tirumala he wants to be born as something, or at least I will be as a padi or the doorstep, so that when your bhaktas are walking over me, I will be able to see your own Pavalavai Padiyai Kidande Pavalavai Kanbene. I would like to see your coral-like lips. That's what Kulasekara says. There are several Tirthams in Tirumala. Swami Pushkarani, Papa Vinashanam, Akasha Ganga, Koneri, Vaikunta Tirtham, Chakra Tirtham, Japali Tirtham, Bagula Tirtham, Pandava Tirtham, Ramakrishna Tirtham, Tumburu Tirtham, Sesha Tirtham, Sukha Santana Tirtham, and Mora Tirtham. Tirumala Perumal Vimanam is Ananda Nilayam. Anandam is happiness or joy. True to its name, when we all have the darshanam of the Vimana Venkateshwara, we all enjoy not only Anandam or Peranandam, which is excessive joy, we enjoy Paramanandam, which is total bliss, when we completely forget the rest of the world or anything and just enjoy that moment when we have the darshanam of Vimana Venkateshwara. Ananda Nilay Vimanam, Tirumala. There are a total of 202 pasurams sung by the Azhwars: Periyazhwar, Andal, Kulasekara Azhwar, Thirumangai Azhwar, Thiruppan Azhwar, Thirumangai Azhwar, Poigai Azhwar, Bhoothathazhwar, Peyazhwar, and Nammalvar. We will start with Srirangam, Bhuloka Vaikuntham, where Perumal is at Bhujakasayanam. We can see the Rangaranga Gopuram. Perumal is Moolavar. Ranganayaki Sameda Ranganathan or Periya Perumal, Azhigiya Manavalan in Kidanda Thirukkolam, Bhujakasayanam. Tirumukha Mandalam is facing south. Utsavar is called Namperumal. Tayar is Ranganayaki Tayar. Perumal was pratyaksham to Dharmavarma, Ravidharman, Chandran and Vibhishanan. It is called Bhuloka Vaikuntham, Srirangam near Trichy. Perumal in Srirangam is Sri Ranganayaki Sameda Ranganathan. That is a Moolavar. He is in Bhujakasayanam. As we said, the Utsavar is Namperumal. We can see the Sudarshanam and have darshanam of Sudarshana Azhwar, and the Chakrata Azhwar in this temple is very big and huge and very powerful. And the Gopuram was recently completed by Azhigasingar, Bhuloka Vaikuntham, Srirangam. Tirtham. There are several Tirthams or Pushkarni. The Srirangam itself is an island town on both sides covered by or where Kaveri runs. Kaveri river Mata runs. Chandra Pushkarani, Bilva Tirtham, Naval Tirtham, Arasa Tirtham, Punnai Tirtham, Magira Tirtham, Porasa Tirtham, Kadamba Tirtham and Ma Tirtham are several of the Tirthams of Srirangam. The Vimanam of Srirangam is the beautiful Pranavakriti Vimanam. Let us pay our obeisance to Perumal from the Vimanam. Srirangam, which is known as Bhuloka Vaikuntham, is the one that has a maximum number of pasurams. 247 pasurams out of the 4,000 pasurams of Azhwar's Mangala Sasram. All the Azhwars have sung on this Perumal, excepting Madhurakavi Azhwar, who did not sing about any Perumal other and said that his Acharya, Nammalvar, is his Bhagavan only. So excepting him, all the Azhwars have sung. There are a total of 247 pasurams. From Srirangam, we come to Madurai, Tirumalarinsolai, Kallalagar Kovil, very beautiful Tatakam. It's a small hill. Kallalagar is the brother of Meenakshi, who is in Madurai, and the procession of Kallalagar for Meenakshi Kalyanam is very well known during the Chitra Purnami time. Tirumalarinsolai is also very dear to us as Ramanuja offered Noorutada Akkaravadisal as vowed by Andal Nachiyar if she gets married to Perumal. The prarthana of Andal is completed by Ramanuja. So Tirumalarinsolai near Madurai. Into the Moolavar Sannadhi, it's such a beautiful sight. The eyes we have is really not enough to enjoy the beauty of this Perumal. Sridevi Bhudevi Sameda Sundara Bahu Perumal Malangarkaran or Malarinsolai Nambi. Moolavar is in the Nindra Tirukkolam. His Tirumukam is facing in the east direction. Perumal is Pratyaksham to Malayatwaja Pandiyan and Dharmadevan. Perumal has Panchayudam, that is Changu, Chakram, Will, bow and arrow, Val, axe and Gadai. The Utsav Perumal is Kalyana Sundaravali Sameda Sundaraja Perumal. What a beautiful sight. Let us pray our obeisance here. Utsavar is Kallalagar Sundaraja Perumal. He is the Sundaram is beauty, and this Perumal has no equivalent in his beauty. He is a Perumal who goes to Madurai for his sister Meenakshi and Sundaresa's wedding, which happens during Chitra Purnami. We now see the beautiful Somasundar Vimanam. Nupra Gangai, from where the Tirtham for Perumal's Abhishekam is brought every day. There are 128 pasurams of the Nalayara Divya Prabandham sung by 6 Azhwars: Periyazhwar, Andal, Thirumangai Azhwar, Nammalvar, Bhoothathazhwar and Peyazhwar. The next Divya Desam, travelled by Azhwar in the second thiruvandhadhi, is Kshetrabdinathan in Thirupparkadal. Sri Mahavishnu with his Adiseshan in Thirupparkadal, Sri Vaikuntham. In Thirupparkadal, Perumal Kshetrabdinathan, Moolavar is Kshetrabdinathan, Tayar is Sridevi Bhudevi, and he is in the lying down posture of Sayanathur column, and he is facing south. Tirtham is Amrita Tirtham and Thirupparkadal. Vimanam is Ashtanga Vimanam. Perumal is Pratyaksham to Brahma, Rudra and the Devas and the Nityasuris who are in Sri Vaikuntham, in Paramapadam with him, enjoying eternal bliss. When we see the pasurams, there are 51 pasurams sung by 10 of the Azhwars: Periyazhwar, Andal, Kulasekara Azhwar, Thirumangai Azhwar, Tondaradipudi Azhwar, Thirumangai Azhwar, Poigai Azhwar, Bhoothathazhwar, and Peyazhwar and Nammalvar. Each one of them has given a very beautiful or very enjoyable pasurams of Thirupparkadal and how we can enjoy eternal bliss with Perumal. From Thirupparkadal, Azhwar travels to Thirukudandai. We will also travel along with him. Tirukudandai Sarangapani Uttana Sayanam. Very beautiful. Tirukudandai Sarangapani. In Kumbakonam, Sarangapani Koil, the Mulavar is Sarangapani Aravamudan Uttana Sai. He is in the Kidana Tirukolam. He is lying down as if he is half raising his head or is showing his face to the Bhaktas. Tirumukhamandalam is facing east. Tayar is Komalavali Tayar. Komalavali Tayar Sameda Arvamudan. Perumal is Pratyaksham to Hema Maharishi. Tirumasi Alvar, when he came to Kumbakonam, Perumal gets up to give the darshanam to Alvar. But Alvar asks him to lie down. Very beautiful story when he says, Kidandavare Elundiri Kesava. Said, oh Kesava, do not get up fully. Nadanda Kalgal Nondavo. You are tired, so just raise your head slightly and give me darshan. That's what Perumal does as well. Tirtham is Hema Tirtham, Pottramaraikulam, and Kaveri Nadi and Arasalar Nadi. The Pottramaraikulam, during the day after Sankranti, all the Tayars from different temples come to this Pottramaraikulam to do the Kanapadi, as we all do. It is a very beautiful sight to see it, and Adiyan has had the Bhagyam as a child to see that. The Vimanam is Vaidika Vimanam or Veda Vimanam. There are 51 pasurams sung by 7 Alvars: Periyalvar, Andal, Tirumasi Alvar, Tirumangi Alvar, Bhoothathazhwar, Peyalvar and Nammalvar. Each one of those pasurams melt your heart when you listen to them or recite them. From Kumbakonam, we now go down south to Tirukkostiyur. Tirumamagal Sameda Uraga Mellanayan. There are 2 pasurams which Bhoothathazhwar has sung. Pasuram 46 and 87 mentions Tirukkostiyur. This is again Perumal is in the Sayana Tirukolam. Very beautiful Perumal and with Ashtanga Vimanam. This is the place where Ramanujar gave the Ashtaksha Mantram to everybody, and he was called Empermanar by his own Guru Tirukkostiyur Nambi. Mulavar is Uragamelanayan. Utsavar is Saumya Narayanan. Tayar is Tirumamagal. Perumal is facing east and he is in Kidanda Tirukolam. Perumal is Pratyaksham to Indra Kadamba Muni. The Tirtham is Deva Pushkarani or Tirupparkadal. The Teppotsavam during the Masi month is very well known here. And the Vimanam is Ashtanga Vimanam. There are 39 pasurams sung by 5 Alvars: Periyalvar, Tirumangi Alvar, Bhoothathazhwar, Peyalvar and Tirumasi Alvar. From Tirukkostiyur, we come to Attigiri, Tirukkachi, where we have darshanam along with the Alvar of Perandevi Sameda Varadaraja Perumal, Devadirajan. Very beautiful Perumal and Tayar, and Alvar has sung 2 pasurams, the 95th and the 96th pasuram on this Perumal. Dhanyosmi to Vijayaraghavan Mami for having sung the Pasarams. Perumal in Thirukkachi is Varadarajan, Devadirajan, Deva Perumal, Arulala Perumal, Attiyuran. Attiyuran is the first word of the Pasaram sung by Bhoothathazhwar. Perumal is also known as Per Arulalan. That is, he gives the Per Arul to everybody. Tayar is Perindevi Tayar. Tirumukha Mandalam is west facing. He is in a standing posture. Perumal is Pratyaksham to Brahma, Guru, Naradar, Gajendran and Saraswati. The Tirtham is Bhagavath Nadi, Ananta Saras, Sesha Tirtham, Varaha Tirtham and Brahma Tirtham. The Vimanam is Punyakoti Vimanam. We will now see Attivarda, where Perumal comes out from the temple tank once in every 60 years.
அத்தியூரான் புள்ளையூர்வான் அணிமனையின் துத்திசேர் நாகத்தின் மேல் துயில்வான் முத்தி மறையாவான் மாக்கடல் நஞ்சுண்டான் தனக்கும் இறையாவான் எங்கள் பிரான்.
There are 7 Pasarams on this Divya Desam by Thirumangalvar, Peyalvar. The 46th Divya Desam we just saw, Tiruvelikai, is near Kanchipuram. Now, Tiruppadagam, 48th Divya Desam, is also near Kanchipuram. Rukmani Satyabhama Sameda, Pandavadutar, Perumal is in Vishwarupam. What a beautiful darshanam Perumal is giving us. Tirtham is Matsya Tirtham. Vimanam, Chakra Vimanam or Vedakoti Vimanam. Perumal is Pratyaksham to Janamejayan Maharaja and Harita Muni. East facing Tirumukha Mandalam, Mangalasasanam by Tirumasi Alvar, Tirumangi Alvar, Bhoothathazhwar and Peyalvar. Tiruppadagam, Rukmani Satyabhama Sameda, Pandavadutar Perumal in Vishwarupam. Pandavadutam is Krishna, Lord Krishna. There are 6 Pasarams on Tiruppadagam Perumal, Pandavadutar, sung by 4 Alvars, Tirumangi Alvar, Tirumasi Alvar, Bhoothathazhwar and Peyalvar. From Tiruppadagam, Alvar brings us to Thirukkovalur. Thirukkovalur is a place where all the 3 Alvars met and they sang the thiruvandhadhi. Pushpavali Sameda Thiruvikrama Perumal. Moolavar in Thirukkovalur is Thiruvikrama, as Perumal manifested in the Vamana Avataram and became humongous as a Thiruvikraman, asking for 3 feet of land, and how he showed him the Vishwarupa Darshanam. And Perumal has it's huge Perumal with the right leg lifted up, and along with the 3 Alvars we can see. Utsavar is called Ayanar Kovalan, Gopalan and Deyalisan. Moolavar Tayar is Pungodanachar and the Utsava Tayar is Pushpavalli. Perumal Tirumukha Mandalam is facing east, standing posture. Perumal is Pratyaksham to Bali Chakravarti, Mriganda Muni, Brahma, Indran, Kukshi, Saunukar, Kashyapar, Kalavar, Huchadwaja, Poige Alvar, Bhoothathazhwar and Peyalvar. So all the 3 Thiruvandhadhis took their birth in Thirukkovalur. The Tirtham is Pennayaru, Krishna Tirtham and Chakra Tirtham. And the Vimanam is Shikara Vimanam and Ashtanga Vimanam. There are 21 pasurams on this Perumal sung by Thirumangi-Azhwar, Poigi-Azhwar and Bhoothathazhwar. The next Divya Desam where Azhwar takes us is Thanjai Mamani Kovil, Sengamalavali Thayar Sameda Neelamega Perumal. Thanjai Mamani Kovil, Neelamega Perumal. Utsavar is Sriman Narayanan. Thayar, Sengamalavali Thayar. Thirumangamandalam facing east. Perumal is in the seated posture. That is, he is Vittirna Thirukkolam. Perumal is Pratyaksham to Parasara Muni. Tirtham and Vimanam are Amrita Pushkarni, Kannika Pushkarni are the Pushkarnis in the temple. And Vennar Nadi, a tributary of Kaveri, is another Tirtham. And the Vimanam is Saundarya Tirtham. Saundaryam is Azhag. The Vimanam itself is beautiful here. 4 pasurams on this Perumal are by Thirumangi-Azhwar and Bhoothathazhwar. From the banks of Kaveri, now we come to Tirunelmalai, which is near Chennai. Sri Anivamalar Mangai Sameda Neervanna Perumal. This Kshetram is unique as Perumal is in all the 4 states, all the 4 stratus, like Nindran when he was standing, Irandam when he is sitting, Kidandan lying down as in Ranganathar, and Nadandan. So this is Nindran, Irandan, Kidandan, Malai. Tirunelmalai. Neervanna Perumal. Here Perumal is in the standing posture. Tirtham is Manikarnika Tatakam, Kshira Pushkarni, Karunya Pushkarni, Siddha Pushkarni and Swarna Pushkarni. Vimanam is Toyagiri Vimanam. Mangalasasanam of Tirunelmalai is by Thirumangi-Azhwar and Bhoothathazhwar. Thirumangi-Azhwar, Periya Tirumazhi, Thirunedantandagam, Siriya Thirumadal and Periya Thirumadal. Bhoothathazhwar in his Irandam thiruvandhadhi, Pasuram number 46 is on Tirunelmalai. After the Manika Sainam, we come to Talasainam, Thirukkadal Mallai. All of us are very familiar with Mahabalipuram or Mamallapuram. There is a beautiful Perumal temple there, Stalasaina Perumal. Perumal is lying down just on the floor without anything. Beautiful Perumal on the sea coast again. Mulavar in this Kshetram is Stalasaina Perumal. Utsavas Ulaguyya Nindran. Perumal is in Kidanda Thirukkolam. Thirumangamandalam is facing east. Thayar is Nilamangai Thayar. Perumal is Pratyaksham to Pundarika Maharishi. Tirtham is Pundarika Pushkarani and Garuda Nadi. The Vimanam is Gaganakriti Vimanam or Anandanilai Vimanam. Mangalasasanam, 27 Pasurams by Thirumangi-Azhwar in his Periya Tirumazhi, Thirunedantandagam, Thirukkurunthadagam, Siriya Thirumadal and Periya Thirumadal, and Bhoothathazhwar in Irandam thiruvandhadhi in 70. The last Divya Desam we travel with Azhwar in Irandam thiruvandhadhi, Bhoothathazhwar is Tiruthankal Nindranarayana Perumal. Perumal is Mulavar is Nindranarayanan with Thayar Anantanayaki Sameda or Amritanayaki Sameda Nindranarayana Perumal. Mulavar in Tiruthankal is Nindranarayana Perumal. Utsava is Tiruthan Kalappan Sengamala Thayar. Thayar is Sengamala Thayar, Annanayaki, Anantanayaki, Amritanayaki and Jambavati. Perumal is Tirumugamandalam is facing east. He is the standing posture. The name itself says. that he is Nindararayanan. He is standing. Tayar is also in standing posture. Perumal is Pratyaksham to Salya Pandiyan, Puli and Srivallavan and Sridev. Tirtham and Vimanam for Tirthankal. Nindarayana Perumal is Papa Vinasa Tirtham and Devachandra Vimanam. Beautiful Vimanam and Pushkarni. There are 5 pasurams in the Divya Prabandham by Thirumangalwar and Bhoothathazhwar. The last 2 pasurams of Irandam thiruvandhadhi are tributes to Perumal and our paying our obeisance to Perumal. Dhanyosmi to Vijayaraghavan Mami for having recited the pasurams.
இறையம் பெருமான் அருளென்று இமையோர் முறை நின்று மொய்மலர்கள் தூவ அரைக்கள்ள சேவடியான் செங்கனடியான் குரல் உருவாய் மாவடிவில் மண் கொண்டான் மாலே நெடியோனே கண்ணனே விண்ணவர்க்கு மேலா வியன்றுழாய் கண்ணியனே மேலா விளைவின்காய் கன்றினால் வீழ்த்தவனே எந்தன் அளவென்றால் யானுடைய அன்பு
கடல் மல்லை காவலனே பூததேந்த காசினி மேல் ஐப்பசியில் விட்ட நாள் வந்த இதற்கரியும் தன் கோவல் இடைகள் சென்ற இணையில்லா மூவருமாய் சென்றே நிற்க நடுவழிவருவம் என்னறியா வண்ணம் நள்ளிருள் மால் நெருக்க நந்தா ஞானச் சுடர் விளக்கேத்திய அன்பே தகலியான தொடை நூறம் எனக்கருள் செய் துலங்க நீயே.
Manawala Mamadigal in his Upadesa Tirumala sings about Azhwar's glories and also their Thirunakshatram and where they were born. Azhwargal Vazhi Arulichel Vazhi Tazhvadiyum Guraval Thambazhi Ezhbarum Uyya Avargal Uraithavargal Thambazhi Seyyamarai Thannudane சேர்ந்து ஐப்பசியில் ஓணம் அவிட்டம் சதயம் வை ஒப்பில்லா நாள்கள் உலகத்தீர் எப்புவையும் பேசும் புகழ் பொய்கையார் பூதத்தார் பேயாழ்வார் தேசுடனே தோன்று சிறப்பால். These 3 days are unequaled because of the avatarika of the 3 Azhwars, Poigiyalvar, Bhoothathazhwar and Peyalvar in Aipasi, Thiruvonam, Avittam and Sadayam. After having the Divya Desa Yathra along with the Azhwar in the Irandam Thiruvandhadhi, Bhoothathazhwar of the Divya Desams and praying an obeisance to Perumal and singing his glory through the Prabandhasaram and Manawala Mamadigal, we say Bhoothathazhwar Thiruvadigaleye Sharanam. Adiyongal Parthasarathi family, Dasoham and Dhanyosmi for joining us in our Bhoothathazhwar Thirunakshatram celebration, Aipasi Avittam 2024, November 9th, 2024. With Bhagavan's grace and blessings of all elders and Acharya Anugraham, see we all in our next Vaishnavanava. Thank you for joining us in our Vaishnavanavam from Parthasarathi family. Please share with like-minded friends your Vaishnavanavam on Brindhavan. Adiyongal Parthasarathi Srinivasan family. Dhanyosmi.